So who's I haven't looked at any of the lists yet, but who does everyone have winning for March Madness?
Dude, I stopped giving a fuck after
I didn't even
Marquette was
fill
a
out
first
a
round
bracket.
bust.
I didn't even
What?
think Marquette was gonna win that game.
Oh yeah, they kind of screwed my bracket up a little bit, but man, they got trashed.
If I was to make a bracket, I definitely would have been pulling my teeth out after the first game because I would have put Marquette for the winner.
Oh wow, huh? Well, that was basically me yesterday because apparently Duke almost shit the bed.
Well, because they were going against that dude. His name
Taco.
is yes,
Taco.
Taco Falls, and he's
like fucking 7'6".
Foot, yes,
3'20".
He made Zion look like a child.
But
Well, yeah, it'll make anyone look like a child when he's
they
like
are
fucking
children.
8 feet tall.
Yeah, and that was
But
one
it
of the
looks like-
craziest endings.
But it looks
to a
like
game.
Taco Fall, Taco Fell, if you
Taco
know what I'm
fell.
saying. Tank for Zion.
Why are we the way we are?
I don't know.
Why are we
Genetics?
opening this up with basketball talk when no
Because
one?
It's March
because
Madness.
yeah, dog.
But you gotta warm up. You gotta talk about the sports when people are hooked already.
That's true. How about the Shimizaki? How do you even say his name? From Mob Psycho.
So we go to something popular and easily relatable to something we can barely pronounce.
So
Shimizaki.
I did my taxes.
Okay, so back to March Madness then.
Oh god.
But yeah, what are you, Matt? What were you gonna have as a winner if you had to pick?
I would just say Duke, to be honest. Just
Uh-huh.
because I'm boring and Zion is a beast.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's probably the hottest take I've ever heard, next to
Wait,
Michael Jordan being the GOAT.
Was it CBS that they were doing like a purely Zion fixated camera throughout the tournament?
Yeah, and Zion's getting pissed about it. He's like, I hate that I'm being followed around and not getting paid for it. And
Oh.
I mean, yeah. I assume that's every athlete in the world.
I know, but
Just
like
college
not,
athletes.
but not every college athlete has like their own camera.
Hey, well, I mean, he's gonna go to the league anyway, so he's gonna get paid.
Wait, so how does that camera work? Like, let's
I
say
don't know. I'm interested.
there's a game that has two completely insignificant teams next to Duke playing. Do they just have like a little picture-in-picture of Zion like on
That would be
like
hilarious.
drinking Gatorade or like getting nachos at the concession stand?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be really funny. Like, especially like if he's like playing, and then he goes to the bench. Like they just cut out the entire game and just focus in on him on the bench, just chilling.
Yeah, I don't.
It's even on him
It
when
seems
the
like-
team's not playing.
That seems a bit much, honestly. You know, I've heard he's good and yada yada yada, but like they're making him seem like the second coming of Christ, and I don't know if he's gonna be
Well, his name is Zion.
that good. Well, I mean, that's a good point, yeah. But I think a lot of this is a little overblown, if anything.
Well, it's because
What the hell, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he gets into the league and he's the next LeBron. Who knows?
Maybe, dude, he's getting into the league.
he's the number one pick for sure, I think.
Yeah, but there's been number one picks that have been gotten in and sucked.
This
Or have
is
done
true,
average.
but none with the pedigree of Zion Williamson.
Okay, well then it sounds like Rob's signing up for the Zion cam.
Not really. I told you I stopped watching. I mean, like, dude, I don't know. What's sports anymore? I don't even have fucking TV. I just watch shitty Netflix original shows and anime. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know why people listen to me. I'm
I just
talking to all
watched the
three of you out
highlights.
there.
I just watch the highlights of sports. I don't watch like games. I'll just watch like House of Highlights or another one, MLG Highlights. It'll be like
Oh my God!
10-minute
Did you see
highlight.
that Jeremy Lamb half court?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, that was crazy.
Jesus Christ!
That was crazy.
Okay, I take all that back. I actually still do follow NBA, but it's hard to pull those games up. Yeah.
NBA is a legitimate sport. I mean, the sport I follow the most is definitely UFC.
It is a legitimate sport with the most illegitimate children.
Ooh, speaking of
Wow,
UFC,
that's-
Anthony Pettis had
Wow.
a crazy knockout this weekend, Rob. You remember Anthony Showtime Pettis?
Shots fired.
Yeah, he's that dude from Milwaukee who throws the punches and he punches the kicks.
Yeah, he
Nice,
moved up
nice.
to
Nailed it.
He moved up to welterweight and
What?
knocked out Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Shut up!
Bad. He knocked him out bad. Oh my gosh, that I wish there was a video of it because I want that to be my rec. So it shows like all different fighters that have got knocked out for the first time in their career. It's like Cody Garbrandt, T.J. Dillashaw, what's his name? Daniel Cormier, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and they're all like on the verge of crying. They're like, like this is my passion, and oh my gosh. And then it goes to Wonderboy Thompson. It goes to Wonderboy Thompson. He's just laying in the hospital bed. He's like, man, I was doing so well that fight. He's like, I was doing so well that fight. And then all of a sudden, I just wake up in the back. Chris Weidman's looking at me. He's like, hey, you doing good, bro? I'm like, oh, man, I lost. God darn it.
Okay, I want
actually
to
kind of
talk more about that another time because I love both fighters. So thank you. That was Matt's Sports Corner. You could follow that.
It's been a while since we had Matt giving us the UFC tip in a while, so it's a nice throwback.
Yeah, and it was great. So thank you. We've exceeded our time in Matt's Sports Corner. Welcome to the Neat Boys podcast. Joined by me is luscious, long, flowing hair sportsman, Matt.
What's up, y'all?
And Alan Bungo Braxton. I don't know why I use his full name, but it's on the internet now.
I mean, we've already established it's already been on the internet. I think you've doxed me like 20 different times throughout this series.
And me, the master doxer, Rob. You can reach me at robert.braxton@twitter.com.
What? Okay.
All right, let's get into it, boys. There is a lot of news this time, surprisingly. Been a lot of announcements, and a lot of them anime. So let's start off with that, and we'll get into this with Halo for PC. How's that anime looking, Braxton?
Well, I mean, the dreams finally happened. Halos 2, 3, Reach, 4, and ODST, and maybe 5. I actually don't know what's in the Master Chief Collection, but I would assume it is that are coming to PC finally. But it's weird. We're at a weird crossroads now, where I'm like at the age where if this had come out maybe like 8 years ago, I'd be all over it. But like, I'm busy. I got work. I've played Halo before. It's great that it's coming to PC, but I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna spring at the chance to get it.
I know.
Maybe for like old time's sake or something like that, but I don't know. I think I'm good on Halo, but it's just nice to see it returning to its roots on PC.
Well, Halo 1 was originally on PC, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Those were some good times.
Good time.
I feel like I'm going to be chasing the dragon, though, because Halo 3 was it was a phenomenon.
Yeah, we had our clan. We were going through it.
Everyone and their mothers play Halo 3, and that went on for a couple years, which is pretty surprising for that gameplay at the time, where it was basically just deathmatch and then a bunch of objective games that aren't necessarily as heavily team-based as they are now. But that carried it.
I was always into the big team Slayer because you could always use all the
especially
fucking
in
vehicles. So it's a nice blast from the past. Makes me feel a little old, but it's great that it. I don't know when it's coming. I didn't look at the date, but we shall soon see Halo come to Steam and the Microsoft Store.
It's coming to Steam too?
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it, because I thought it was going to be exclusive to the Microsoft Store, but
Yeah,
it's coming to Steam.
I don't know what more to say to that. I think I think my shooter boy phase is over, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the only shooter I play now is Apex.
I don't even
So that-
feel the need to go back to Apex. I played a couple of games and it was cool, but I don't know. I haven't played with friends either. I just want to like kick back and just play a game at my own pace.
I feel that.
Speaking of which, I picked up Tetris 99 again.
Oh no!
Definitely not a game you can play at your own pace.
You were doing so well.
It's only a couple here and there. I just really want to play Tetris, and that's the only form of it I have because I don't want to drop money on like a Tetris game.
They were actually doing a promotion for, I think for, I don't know if it was like for 2 weeks or for a month. They were doing a contest where they would track each player, and whoever got the most wins, like I think they picked the top 99 people who got the most wins in that period, would get like 999 Nintendo coins for free.
Dang.
So it was a little interesting promotion. they were
Dude,
going
that's
off, but
crazy. That's a free game, and they're giving
Yes.
out monetary prizes.
yes.
That's crazy.
That's how big
So
it
you're
got.
telling me all I need to do is rack a couple wins, and I can afford a Tetris game?
I don't know how much 999 coins goes for on the Nintendo store. You could probably get it like a nice indie game, but I think that contest is over, but they may be doing more down the line.
Hell yeah, Stardew Valley, here I come.
Professional Stardew Valley.
Is there any other form of it?
I don't know. I've never played it.
Just don't. It's you'll find yourself in a black hole watching F is for Family and playing Stardew Valley for 10 hours straight. Not that it's happened to me or anything. I know that sounds like an oddly specific thing.
Rob, I feel like you've just replaced modern drug use with very addictive video games.
Hey,
Which isn't a
I don't
bad
have
thing.
any tack marks.
I mean, that's fair. Your physical body is healthy, but emotionally, I can see the wheels turning.
I don't know. Physically, I mean, things could be better.
Oh, no.
Need to walk more. My blood pressure's a little high.
Hey, I finally decided to cut cigarettes.
Hey!
It's been a whole 2 days.
Hey, that's 2 more days than starting 2 days ago. I'm burnt out. I can't speak right now.
I get it.
But I'm proud of you.
I know. Haven't had the urge. It's always the 3rd and 4th day where I started crying, and then I smoke. I put cigarettes in between each of my fingers, and then I light them all. And it's a bad thing. It's
Hell yeah. You're like a cancerous Wolverine.
exactly. I'm just.
Wait, a cancerous Wolverine? Isn't that just regular Wolverine?
What about Wolverine is cancerous?
Well, isn't the adamantium killing him?
That's not cancer. That's like toxic
Ah,
toxic blood levels.
It's the same concept.
Essentially.
No. What?
What, stuff inside you killing you? That's cancer.
Dude, that's like you could generalize anything to cancer then. You should just move to
Well,
California
That's what. Oh God.
where
I'll
everything
pass.
is
I'll
Prop
pass.
65.
I'll pass on the California love, but thanks for the offer.
Yeah, no problem. Plenty of it. Okay, on to the next topic. I'm just going to speed through a couple of these because I don't want to spend like 30 minutes talking about each of them because I definitely can. And that would just be our news section. So we got Baki Season 2 confirmed. No air date yet. We have ReZero Season 2. Last aired 2016.
Damn.
No air date on that either. Big one with Psycho Pass Season 3, which is going to air in fall of 2019. And then Bungo Season 3, which is going to air in a couple weeks. April 12th is the premiere. And then Attack on Titan Season 3, airing April 29th.
I see how you conveniently left off Cells at Work, but
Wait,
That's
did I
fine.
really? Did I miss it?
Yes.
My bad. Okay, Cells at Work. No air date yet. That's all I got to say about that.
But April's gonna be pretty crazy.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
spring season is gonna be nuts. We still got JoJo going on, and
Yeah, JoJo, Neverland, and these things start.
Neverland's about to
Yeah,
wrap
I
up
thought-
though. It's only 12.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's only
first-
gonna be
first
12
season.
episodes.
I think the next episode is gonna be in 3 days, and I think that might be the end of season 1.
Probably, I could see them wrapping it up, like based off of where the story's going right now. Things are just, oh my god. We'll save
But
that for
we
later.
Yeah. But I know maybe 2 episodes ago we were talking about video gaming was pretty good when all the titles were coming out. Right now, in a couple of weeks, anime is gonna be looking pretty good again.
Yeah.
Dude, video games are this year has been crazy for video games,
Oh hell yeah!
and I still haven't picked up any games from this year besides. Oh wait, no, Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in 2018.
Yeah, it came out this year. Can you believe it? I mean, last year.
Yeah. Maybe Wargroove. There you go, 2019 Wargroove. Okay.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. So Psychopaths here. I think Matt, you've seen this.
I don't remember when did it come out? When did season 1 come out?
Maybe like
Oh,
2015, 2013.
Yeah, I think I did watch like halfway through it, but I definitely want to watch it again.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Well, essentially, this teaser is teasing 2 brand new characters. I have no background on who these characters are, and I don't understand Japanese. So if there's any Japanese B-roll in there, I'm not picking up on any of it. So I'm just looking at the pretty anime boys and their future guns, and it's hyping me up. I like Psychopaths a lot.
That's kind of how I felt about the Persona R reveal. Like, it was an all Japanese, and I was like, oh, well, this is great. I wish I spoke Japanese. And that was it.
Oh man, all these years of anime, and I just
Yeah.
for
All
what?
these years in anime, and I only know like a couple words.
Ugh.
Yare yare.
Yeah.
And it goes, demas.
Muda muda. So maybe I should just drop my hobby because I'm not getting anything from it. Besides discussion points in a podcast that a couple people listen to.
What was the One Punch Man you were talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
so I
what-
wanted to save that for an open discussion. If you guys have anything else you want to speak on the upcoming releases.
No, I'm also curious about the
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So One Punch Man Season 2, that is airing in less than 2 weeks from now, I think. It's the 10th?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, April 10th. Have you seen the trailer that they released recently for it?
Yes.
The
Yeah,
trailer
that's-
I saw didn't have anything though.
Exactly. We're this close to the
is that the
release,
trailer you're
and
talking
that's
about?
yeah, that's all they have to show for it, man. It's got me a little nervous.
Well, because I feel like we already know what to expect for the first couple episodes.
No, I don't know, man. Like they should be showcasing what the anime is going to be like, not about, but they should be showcasing the animation and, the work that's gone into it. And I haven't
'cause it's
seen
been years.
any of that from that trailer. They've had years, yeah. The only thing that has me worried about this too is that it's not Madhouse doing this anymore.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard there's a new animation studio
Yeah,
coming in for this
and
one.
it's done by JC Staff. Some other works from JC Staff have been Shokugeki,
Okay.
an anime notably not to have a lot of animation, but good illustrations and whatnot. They've also done Prison School, so I'll give them
God.
that.
Braxton already
Yikes,
hates it.
Okay, I'm upset.
They also did Shimonetta, so that has me worried again.
So they've done a lot of fan service. is what
They've
it sounds like.
they've done a lot of panty shot animes.
Oh.
And then they do Psyche K, but like Psyche K doesn't require too much animation since it's more about, framing and punchlines. So-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty worried for this, and honestly don't even know if I want to start watching. If it's just gonna make me sad, make me a sad boy.
I think we'll give it a chance because it's One Punch Man.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch.
It's
it
not
regardless.
It's not a super serious anime to begin with.
But I'm a little surprised. Why? Maybe it's just the industry thing. I'm wondering why they would want to change production houses like
money.
Mid. Yeah.
Wait, it was mid. It was mid, right? Mid production.
Well, I mean, technically, season 1 to season 2 is what I'm.
Oh
No.
no! I thought you meant they like Madhouse was done with it halfway through.
Oh no, I have no idea,
dude. But I can only theorize it was like financial issues. But yeah, that trailer is it was very lifeless to me, very flat and lifeless.
Yeah.
And then all those black screens. What the fuck is up with that? Are they going to be cutting corners and blacking out like 5 minutes of each episode to do a little voiceover?
Hey, maybe you never know. Maybe they just don't want to show anything because they have so much fire.
I'm hoping it's a joke, but I don't know. My expectations were too high for this.
I know, especially since we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, I'm ready to have my soul crushed one more time after that Kingdom Hearts incident. So this might be a really good opportunity.
This is what happened.
At least Mob Psycho
Kingdom
has
Hearts,
one more episode.
Yeah, that's
Kingdom
true.
Hearts came through, crushed Rob's spirit, and for him to recover, he drove himself down to Tetris. That's all he knows now. That's the
Oh no!
I've actually been getting a very enriching experience from Octopath Traveler.
Oh, nice. Well, then we can segue on over to patch notes. Who'd you start with?
I started with Ophelia.
Okay.
Wait, that's the priestess,
priestess.
right? Yeah, I did. And I really fucking regretted it because her story is just way too sugary for me.
Yeah, it's trash.
I haven't finished it. I finished 2 storylines actually. I didn't know that they ended at chapter 4.
4? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I haven't touched it in a while, so.
Yeah, they ended at chapter 4. So I've closed out Ulbrich, the warrior, and the what do you want to? He's not a wizard. I'm talking about
the scholar.
Yeah, the scholar.
Cyrus.
There we go. Cyrus the scholar. I liked both their storylines a lot. There's a lot of depth there. I had to go back into Ulbrich's little like storyline flag post and read up about all the characters in there. I'm like, oh man, I wish I just played this consistently because it really hits at the end. Same with Cyrus's, but they're like completely different ends of the spectrum of climax. Like one is supernatural and the other is more like political Game of Thrones kind of thing. So I'm excited to see what the other characters end with. Right now I'm working on getting Primrose to chapter 4. She's my last chapter 3 right now. And I want to save hers for last just cuz like that storyline is so fucked up.
I don't know how far I am. Like every once in a while I'll just get back to it cuz I know at the quote unquote end of the game there's like a secret boss that everyone has to fight.
Yeah. So when you finish up all the chapters, I think you get to do that event.
Yeah, and I think you have to be like max level or something, which is kind of how they did Bravely Default as well. Like you couldn't beat that unless you were maxed out on every character. So I'm just kind of taking my time with it. I don't think I haven't finished anyone's individual story yet because every time I finish one person's story, I just kind of switch to somebody else. But
yeah, I unlocked the Sorcerer Shrine. So I thought all the shrines were related to different jobs that your cast has already. So I thought the Sorcerer was going to be the Scholar. It's not. The Sorcerer is... That boss battle was fucking gnarly. I couldn't... I had to go grind for a couple hours
Yeah.
before I went back to that one. That's ridiculous. But what you get in return is just stupid. You essentially can just break people on first turn, second turn at most, if you know their weaknesses. It seems OP.
What I try to do every fight is, I think I have Primrose as the regular dancer, and then I think currently I have Ulbrich as a dancer secondary, so that every time a turn starts, I can just get Bewildering Dance and just pray that I get like 2 times experience or 50 times experience or something like that, just to make the grind a little easier.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't touch bewildering Grace, because it's just, I never know what I'm gonna get from it, and I'm just trying to like be as efficient as possible and clear out skirmishes.
Oh no, yeah. Sometimes like every start of the game, I make sure it's charged four times, and then she just dances 4 times, and maybe I'll get like 2 times experience, 5 times experience. I think the really rare one is like 50 times experience is like the rarest one you can get.
Jesus
but yeah,
Christ.
So between that and like, I think all of my characters have max job points, because I got like 5 times job points on like a really hard fight, and so I could upgrade everything immediately for like all their classes. It was stupid.
Okay, do you get job points for your benched characters?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm excited to finish that up, but I'll probably put it down because I'm finally itching to get back into Persona and finish that up.
Nice.
I just needed a little refresher after getting my ass handed to me like 3 times in a row in the last level, and it's time to go back in. My raw ass has become unraw, and I'm ready to go.
Wow, what a description.
Yes, it was pink, but is now back to a lightish brownish hue.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really need to know that, but thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
No
happy
problem.
for you.
Yeah, Matt's happy to know you're moisturizing these days.
I don't.
Oh, well, see, there's your problem.
It's natural moisturization.
You just spit?
I'll just leave that to the listener's imagination. I'll let you work that one out in your head. I beat Wargroove.
I was about to say, so the only reason you would switch over is because you probably beat Wargroove.
Yeah, I beat Wargroove, and I played the shit out of it as much as I could. Because there's one more level on the map you can get into, but you need to have a certain star rating. Each mission on the map has a 3-star rating, and I've cleared all my old 1-star rankings, and I've gotten pretty all right at that game. I wouldn't say like I'm killing it, because I still can't 3-star some of them, but they did a major update, so now you know the requirements for what an A ranking takes, which essentially translates to a 3-star ranking. And I thought before it was like how you efficiently use your money, or how many of your troops died playing versus how many you killed. It's just all turn based, so no pun intended. It's not even turn based game. There's no pun there. I'm an idiot. But basically, the less amount of turns you take, the higher grade you get. So that's kind of made it a little bit easier to do that now that I know that, and I'm just like bum rushing the enemy's headquarters, or just bum rushing the enemy, or just rushing my bum, and it's done me some good so far. And I'm like on the last couple missions where I can like squeeze out a couple more stars. There's a lot of butt euphemisms here, but I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. And I lost my train of thought.
Thinking about You're thinking more butts.
Show me the booty. I'm only like 5 stars away from the 100-star requirement for the epilogue mission. But I put that down for now. because I have to continue the trend of games I'll never finish. Yeah, that's still a really fun game, and once you start to understand the pace of battles, you can go back and take what you learn, and that's really what I love about those kind of strategy games, and it's making me really want to get a new Fire Emblem or something.
Is there PvP in that?
There is. The cool thing is you can design your own maps and levels too, and then download it or upload it, and then download other players and stuff. So I haven't dipped into that yet, just because.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
know.
I think I'd get my ass handed to me. That's usually how it works with puzzle games or turn-based games.
I'd be interested to see what kind of creativity people put into those, but I'm good on that for now. Braxton, tell me about Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
That's what
it's
I
so
hear.
good. It's so fucking good.
I'm about to drop all the games I'm playing right now because I want to play Devil May Cry so bad, and I don't want anything spoiled for me. Like it's come to that.
So the one thing, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, but the special edition of the game, this is one of the games where I kind of wish I sprung for the special edition, because you get different vocal packs, you get different character outfits, you get the Mega Buster from Mega Man as an arm for Nero, and he even jumps and like goes into each level as Mega Man, like he does the pew 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 or whatever. And then on top of all of that, every cutscene in the entire game is acted out by the Japanese studio. They have costumes, they have green screens, they have gym mats.
Wait,
it's like
what?
all done by the Japanese studio. If you buy the special edition, you can choose to change every cutscene in the game
to live action.
The live action.
No fucking way.
It's so fucking funny. I've seen a couple clips here and there. I haven't watched the entire game in the live action cutscenes, but I've seen some here and there, and it's so funny.
Is it done kind of like foot and mouth, and kind of like a parody, or are they like going all in? Like this is serious.
No. Well, they're taking it serious because they're like quote unquote the actors behind it. But literally, like, for example, one of the characters is like a bird, and so they just have a man in a giant cloak flapping his arms, pretending to be a bird. It's so
are you
funny.
talking about Goth Iago?
Who?
Goth Iago.
What is that?
Like the parrot from Aladdin.
Oh, well, it's V's Eagle, but whatever. Because you played the demo, right?
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about that demo too. I haven't beaten it yet, which is why I really want to get the game.
And I assume that demo was Nero facing the Goliath. Was that right?
Yeah, and I haven't beaten Goliath.
So basically, in the cutscene that's live action, the Goliath is just a man standing on top of some pads with just a giant costume on with horns on top, and he's just lumbering around. And then Nero, because he's supposed to be small, they just have footage of Nero, and then they cut it in as just a smaller version. It's just hilarious. It's so funny, and so it's really well done too. Like, you can tell what they're trying to portray in each of the scenes. So personally, I if I had gone back in time and sprang money for the special edition, I think I would have gotten it.
I'm sold. I was sold when I heard Japanese mocap men. It's like anime in real life.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. They use like props and stuff, like, because especially when they're doing like flips or whatever, they just have little they're not Legos, but they're like action figures that they like twirl around in the air with like green screen effects. It's really funny.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny.
So it's just like that abrupt transition from like really high graphical gameplay used from the Resident Evil engine, and then it just goes into shitty green screen like Mega 64 doing the Dragon Ball stuff.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
That's
it goes straight from it goes straight from Nero, and like you're slashing, you get the triple S's, and then pause, human time.
That's what
But I mean, on the whole, I mean, the gameplay is great. I'm actually playing it for my second time now, because you only start with like easy difficulty and then Devil Hunter difficulty, which is like normal, and then you unlock more difficulties. So I'm playing on Son of Sparta mode right now, just because I want more upgrades, more money to buy upgrades and stuff like that. And there's a couple of challenges that I miss that I can try and go back to. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing that game for a while.
I heard there's a ton of replay value on this game. Like they have 3
Absolutely.
playable characters now, and then they're
Yep.
coming out with, if you have the pass, I believe they have Ladies' Night coming out, and you could
Oh, yeah,
play
yeah,
as
that
3
will be coming.
additional female characters, which has never
Yeah,
been done in
Lady
DMC.
and
before.
Trish and wait, I guess who would the third female be? Oh, I guess Nico technically. I guess would be the third. But I think Bloody Palace is coming soon too, and I think that's gonna be free. What else? What else? Yeah, I mean it's just so a cool function of the game. It's not multiplayer, but there's sections of levels where there's 2 characters that are going through the level. So you'll be, let's say you're Nero, for example, and you're going through one end of the level. And then off in the distance, you can see like Dante or you can see V, fighting monsters across the path. And that's an actual other person playing the game. And they link you up together. So it's just, a cute, neat little feature. Because sometimes there's events where 2 people are doing the same level together, or all 3 of you guys are doing the same level together, and you're actually playing with another human. So
Is it like a
cool.
is it like
Oh,
a ghost
shit.
a ghost character like in SSX?
No, it's not a ghost, because you can interact with them. Like if I saw someone playing and I jumped up and down and they saw me, they would just respond and jump up and down and look at me, and we would like dig around.
But are you fighting the same AI then?
No. So, like a beginning level is Nero is exploring like a dock area, and so he's like over the water, but V is like near the harbor. So you guys are technically in the same level, but you're not in the same location to interact with each other physically.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty funny. And so like sometimes if you can't connect to the internet, then the game will just do it automatically, and then that'll be a bot, like a developer bot. You can tell who it is that's playing because on the side of the screen it says featuring and then whatever the guy's username is, and if there is no other guy, then it's just the DMC crew, and then it's just a bot of the developer that's programmed it to progress the story for you.
Jesus Christ, there's so much depth to that game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Capcom's killing it, man.
Yeah, they've been doing good. Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil. Just a lot of good stuff. So I'm happy for them. They deserve this.
Maybe another Street Fighter in the works, but
Well, Street Fighter, I'm not I don't really play Street Fighter, but who knows? But yeah, I'd recommend if as soon as you're done with Persona and Octopath, just buy Devil May Cry and just soak in it.
I think I'm just gonna wait for the price to drop. I got Yakuza Kiwami 2 still, and I still have Dragon Quest 11, which is another like 100-hour game. There's a long laundry list. I also have to
Fair.
track my tax refund. I keep getting these weird calls. I got like 3 today, and they just go straight to voice message, and it's like, your social security account is locked due to suspicious activity. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a scam or not.
It is.
'Cause
It's
it
definitely
is-
a
it
scam
is
if it goes straight to
absolutely a scam.
voicemail.
it doesn't go straight to it. They just keep calling me.
Well, block them.
That's like every single hour I get a new scam call.
It's weird though, because it's the same voicemail. And I mean, I did log on to and create like an IRS account this weekend, and
Why?
because I needed to get some tax information from last year. Because get this, if you do TurboTax on the web application, it is different from TurboTax on your phone. And I know you're asking, why the hell would you ever do tax from your phone? And to that,
Yes.
I answer you, I have no idea. But it happened last year,
Alrighty.
and it screwed me over a lot.
Were you just
That
super
is-
late,
That's
and
fair
then you
enough.
just needed to do it on your phone real quick? You're using the restroom.
No, I just did it. I don't know what I was thinking. And now I'm mad at myself. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Just like you were just taking a dump, and you're like, "Oh, my taxes," and then you're just like,
I can't even argue that that's too far-fetched. Like that,
That's really funny.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Yeah. So my advice to you, if you're in the U.S., just stick to one format, or go to an accountant or something. But yeah, if you don't hear from me, or if you don't see another episode of this again, or I'm not on the next episode for the next 5 episodes, I'm in jail. So
Oh damn!
just letting you know. I don't think
I'll visit. I'll visit you.
Well,
Thanks,
with
buddy.
that with that positive bit of gaming news for Rob, I guess unless there's anything else, we can kind of scuttle on down to the Cine Matthew portion.
Dude. Cine Matthew. Ooh.
Was that Sports Center?
Yeah, was that
it
just?
I don't know. I had to bring it back to the sports.
I mean, I know you're really into UFC, but damn.
I'm not even gonna put the transition music there. That's gonna be it. I might even rip that and put into all the new episodes.
Please don't.
We might get sued, but it's okay. Us. I friggin' love Jordan Peele, and the fact that he's making really dope scary movies was super surprising, but I love it. I haven't seen it yet, but what did you think about it, Braxton?
Yeah, so I saw it. What day is today? Saturday. So I saw it 2 days ago. And honestly, I might have to see it again.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of aspects of it that, well, obviously at the end, there's a revelation at the end that kind of makes you question the rest of the movie that you've seen already. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at it now. Personally, I don't think it's better than Get Out.
Okay.
That's just my personal take on it. I think it's interesting. It's definitely, there's aspects of it that start off as horror, and then it becomes like a slasher type deal. And, there's a healthy amount of humor along the way. So it's not like, piss your pants scary or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the acting is phenomenal, especially since, obviously from the trailer, like the family has to act as the family and then go back and act as
the
doppelganger, the alternate family. Yeah. Which is, it's really impressive. It was interesting to watch. And also, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but Tim Heidecker's in this movie?
Yes.
Like, literally, at the beginning of the opening credits, you see all their names pop up, and then Tim Heidecker's there. And I was like, what? What is he doing in this movie?
Whenever I see Tim Heidecker or Eric Wareheim in any other works, it's so hard to separate the characters from who they are.
Oh,
and,
my
luckily,
gosh.
most of the characters they play kind of have that ridiculousness to them. But it's just always like a culture shock for me.
So that definitely threw me for a loop when I saw him. And he's I wouldn't say he's like a main character, but like he's pretty involved in the story.
Oh shit.
So it's just really funny to me that like he's in like a horror movie technically.
Well, I can see him and Jordan Peele being friends. They have that like goofy, just like super strange humor.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the only big surprise, and it's not even really a movie related surprise. It's just the casting.
Okay, is Comic Relief Black Guy in this as well?
Who would be Comic Relief Black Guy?
Glasses, kind of short, wide. Comic Relief Black Guy.
There is a black guy with glasses who's the main dad in the movie. But I think the family.
I'm doing him a total
whole
disservice by not mentioning his name. I just didn't know it at the time.
Yeah, I was about to say, who the hell are you talking about?
It's Comic Relief Black Guy. He's always the Comic Relief
you're talking
Black
about
guy.
Lil Rel. No, he's not in this movie.
Wait, is that his name?
Yes, Lil Rel. I guess it's a stage name. I don't know what his actual name is.
What's his real name though?
No idea.
No, it is Lil. Yeah, definitely talking about Lil Rel.
Yeah. No, he's not in this movie.
Okay, that's surprising.
There's actually no one from this movie from Get Out.
Jason Peele.
Well, he's the producer, but he's not in the movie.
The movie would not exist without him.
Okay, well, that's semantics. But overall, if you're looking for like something psychological, something interesting to watch, it's definitely a creative movie. I would recommend it. I can't really say I liked it or hated it yet, just because I haven't had time to.
It kind of just
really
left you with
digest it.
like a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, well, more so now I have to kind of go back and put some pieces together now that I know how it's ended. So
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
something to think about.
I figured it was gonna be some like more on the psychological horror,
Yeah.
like especially since Get Out.
Without getting too deep into spoilers, can you explain the whole like alter ego family thing? Or is that kind of like a big twist into it? Wait, Matt, you can hear me, right?
I can hear both of you.
Damn it, I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, I think, and you can cut all this out, but I think whenever my mom uses the microwave, it screws the Wi-Fi.
Oh my god. Do you know microwaves
Interesting.
cause
So-
warm food?
Well, yeah, but that's why I disconnected. So yeah, you cut all of this, but ask your question again.
No, I'm keeping that microwave bit in. That's okay.
It's not that great of a bit. I would recommend you cut it out.
Got it. Make it the title.
Microwave bit, cut it out.
Okay. Braxton,
You.
did you do your taxes?
And more importantly, did you do your taxes on your phone?
No.
Highly
no.
do not recommend. Okay, Braxton. Without getting too deep into spoiler territory,
Yep.
can you please explain the whole alter ego family dynamic in Us? Us, the movie, not our ongoing relationship.
That's kind of a tall order, but
It starts with the wife, right? That's what I got from the commercial.
Yeah. So basically, the wife.
Here, let me simplify it if it's gonna
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah.
So what is the alter ego persona to the person? Like, is there a like repeated dynamic there between each character? Does the alter ego vary from character to character?
Well, yeah. All of the alter egos have their distinct personalities, and their personalities are, a lot of it is mirrored from the original.
And like hyper exaggerated?
Okay.
Not necessarily. Some yes, some no. But in a sense, they're more or less one and the same, other than, I guess, their ability to communicate, for as non-spoilery as that can get.
Okay, so then if you had an alter ego, what would your alter ego do?
I don't know, probably eat
Eat what?
meat. That's usually what I do. Food.
What kind of meat?
I'm a pork guy mainly.
What part of the pork?
Yeah, this is just dragging.
Butt stuff.
What would my alter ego be?
I don't know. Well, shouldn't you know that from yourself?
I haven't seen Us.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I've described what the alternate would be.
I don't know. My alter ego would probably be like
Vegan?
living life happily and... No, that's too dark. Hold on.
Rob, is there anything you want to tell us?
Yeah, I was about to be like, hey, need a hug, brother?
Was Tetris just a cry for help this whole time?
You
Yeah,
know,
I'm gonna go back to that.
subconsciously, I think it might be.
I feel like every aspect of Rob's life, we can just tie it back to Tetris.
I just, by default, my thumb flicks to defend against attackers, and I think that says a lot about.
Are you defending against attackers or people around you, Rob?
Or myself. Us in theaters now.
Rob, just remember, you are smart, you are kind, and you are important.
Oh,
Never
Thank you.
forget that. But
oh.
definitely, I will be checking out Us. I just can't watch scary movies by myself, because then I have nightmares about it for like a whole week.
That's what my girlfriend said. She was like, "Yeah, I am not going to see this movie unless you come with me." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, see, it worries me though because you're not as hot on this as Get Out, and I don't know if it's because it's not as relatable to me as it is to you, since
No,
you love
it's
movies and no other reason. But
No, it's
I was really lukewarm on Get Out. I liked it a lot. It wasn't. I don't feel like I got the same experience as a lot of other people did. But I'm excited for us.
from a surface level, honestly, I wouldn't say there's probably a bigger racial component in Get Out than there is for us. But then again, I still need to see it again. So if there's any hidden meanings or anything like that, then that would be something I'd have to dig into. But honestly, I would think Us has a broader quote unquote appeal than Get Out in terms of at least that issue, I'd say.
And there you have it, audience. Braxton said himself, Jason Peele is appealing to the masses and has sold out.
Jordan Peele.
is his name.
Yeah, that's what I said, Jason Peele.
But that Jason guy probably sold out.
Okay. So, Rob, Captain Marvel. I didn't hear many great things about it, but let me know what you thought about it.
So I intentionally did not look at any reviews. I didn't look at any scores or whatever before going to see it. I'm also not a critical movie an analyzer, and I enjoyed the movie. It was a good time. It was a fun time. There's just a lot of topics that it hit that I feel like a lot of these Marvel movies don't really touch upon after the fact. So there's a part in Captain Marvel where she goes and annihilates an entire ship of humanoid beings. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, damn.
Technically, she's not
human.
She's from another planet.
Yeah.
And later on in the movie, things become more fleshed out, and she finds her path along the superhero formula. It's an origin story. They never really touch back on the fact that she just murked like 30 dudes. I find that happening a lot in Marvel movies, and I know from a comic standpoint, what's her name? Carol Danvers.
Yes,
Carol
Danvers.
She's not like an ideal main character. Well, not ideal main character, but she's not like the epitome of morality or whatnot. I think she even had like bigger alcohol problems than Tony Stark did.
Oh, dang. But like
this is
different alcohol, not like U.S. alcohol. I mean, not U.S. Earth alcohol, because she's from a different planet, right?
Yeah, she had like alcoholism, and she had space alcoholism. There you go. She'd been drinking too much of the Star Wars blue milk. But yeah, there's just like those human aspects I wish those movies kind of went into. But I mean, the action's awesome. There's a part at the end where she essentially just goes Super Saiyan. And every time I see those scenes, it's just like, why can't they do a live action Dragon Ball Z movie right? But that's been
You already got your wish.
Yeah, it's been put to bed a long time ago. It was in the grave before it even went off the ground.
How was seeing a young Samuel L. Jackson?
That was my favorite part of it. And like, I don't know if I just fell for like some panderiness, but I definitely love seeing young. Oh God, I'm blanking on his name. He's just Samuel Jackson to me and everything. Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, yeah.
Did they do the same thing they did in like Tron, where they made that dude like de-age?
You talking about Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Like a holograph.
I think they might have, but like, I mean, Samuel Jackson is fine-looking specimen, and black don't crack, so I don't think they had to do much there. I don't think there was a lot of financial strain on making him look younger. But yeah, his character was fantastic, and he was surprisingly in the movie a lot more than I think in any other Marvel movie.
Yeah, he's always kind of just in the background, unless it was like the first Avengers, and like after that, well, I think that's more because his whole organization fell apart, so he always had to be like doing stuff from the background. But
and
like,
it's cool because this is pre-Shield.
Yeah.
And he hasn't established anything yet. The Avenger Initiative, nothing. He's just like a special agent for the government, and falls upon the case of Captain Marvel.
Now, are you caught up on the MCU now after that?
No, I still haven't seen Winter Soldier or Civil War. I've seen the fight scene from Civil War like 5 times because every time I tell someone I haven't seen Civil War, like, oh, just watch this part. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
The part where Ant-Man becomes huge Ant-Man.
Yeah. Very, very creative name, man.
Ant-Man. We'll just make it shorter. Sounds better.
You should have. Okay, so the joke was right in front of you. It would have been Giant Man.
Ooh.
It was that easy.
Oh, God.
It was literally
Look at that
simple.
wordplay.
Jesus. Do I gotta carry this whole thing?
How about Giant Man? No, doesn't work.
Yeah, he's Italian.
I missed
What,
it.
part of Giannis Man?
Ooh, Giannis Man,
aunt,
MVP.
Giannis aunt.
Okay, but keep going with the. What else did you want to say about Captain Marvel, Rob?
During the movie, I thought I can't follow that up. That's so good. It's so stupid. Okay. By the end of the movie, like, I thought Brie Larson did a really good job. She came off as a really cool, composed character, and I thought it was a really good representation of a main female character of a female directed movie, co-directed movie. But then, like, thinking back, my problem with Brie Larson as Captain Marvel is that her lines were very like they're snappy, but they're very underwhelming. Thinking back to it, like I feel there wasn't a lot of personality expressed through there. Again, like, her lines just came out as a little flat,
Like, almost like it didn't feel natural.
Like
Like a Tony Stark does. Like, because I like Tony. What's his name? The guy that plays Tony Stark.
The difference there is charisma. I think
Yeah.
there could have been more charisma brought to the Captain Marvel character. And yeah, I don't. Thinking back, it's just there could have been more to flesh out the personality of Captain Marvel, just because
Okay.
she came across as cool when I was watching the movie, but then, like, thinking back, do you really want like flat cool, or do you want just, over emotionally? No, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Just, like, bring more charisma to the role.
Especially being like the leading role, because like you see it in all the other movies for sure.
Well, Thor
Kinda.
2 is kind of
I heard
scrubbed
Thor-
off.
Well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have watched
Thor 2
2.
Thor was
2
pretty bad
sucked.
until like
It was so
the
boring.
most recent.
It's just it just wasn't as fun as, like, you're following up a very high bar with Thor Ragnarok that just came out a couple years ago, and then, like, the Guardians movies. I understand those are completely different tone. Like, Guardians is supposed to be that kind of, like, bombastic, ridiculous fun.
Yeah.
But Thor Ragnarok hit on that perfectly while still maintaining that, like, superhero vibe.
Oh yeah, because I
And
feel like
I was
Thor
just-
and Hulk always had like a nice little chemistry going on
Yeah.
throughout the movies.
And, like, Captain Marvel had its points, and I understand it's not supposed to be within that realm of ridiculousness, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little fun with that,
For sure. And without, I don't know if this will spoil anything, but is Captain Marvel gonna be in the new one? In the new?
Yeah, there's already trailers with
so
her
that-
in Endgame.
Okay,
in
okay.
the ending part, I think they paged it, like, those
Yeah.
little scenes they put there. They paged Captain Marvel, and then that kind of paved the way for this movie.
Do we know if she's gonna be old, or just because she's an alien she doesn't age? Like
you get that
Thor?
answer. You get that answer at the end of the credits in Captain Marvel.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I still need to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp too.
Oh, I
Oh,
like that one. That was
I
a
like
fun
that
one.
one.
People kind of shit on it, It was. I mean, it's very formulaic to the whole like Marvel universe thing, but I don't know. I go into the mentality like you've been saying, where you get into the campy vibe and it's a fun time.
Mm-hmm. I think I prefer the first Ant-Man to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But,
definitely. I like the first Ant-Man.
yeah, I just love Michael Pena in those movies.
I was about to say, is Michael Pena going off in the second one as much?
He's a lot more
Nice.
tame, I felt like, in Ant-Man and Wasp, but he still has his moments.
All right, perfect.
But he has reason to be. He's like
Yeah, because
he's heading the business now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, all right.
Sounds good.
I'll definitely have to check that one out
I
as
recommend
well.
it. I recommend Captain Marvel. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you
will
can't
see
go
it.
wrong with those MC Universe movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of have to if you want to be in touch with Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is going to be the next generation of MCU movies, if this is just the base movie, then it's satisfying in that fact, and they can do a lot more creative things hopefully in the future with it.
All right.
Cool.
So this next one, my roommate watched it a little bit. Love, Death, and Robots, and that's essentially like a bunch of different anthologies. Like none of them have to do with each other, like deal with each other, but
it's essentially the Matrix, or it's essentially Enter the Matrix, or no, sorry,
Animatrix.
The Animatrix.
Okay.
in modern day without the Matrix IP attached to it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. From
it should honestly just be called like boobs, gore, and bad words.
Isn't that Game of Thrones?
This is Game of Thrones.
Animatrix as well.
Got it.
Yeah, that. Have you seen any of it yet?
No, I mean I've just heard that like each episode is directed by someone different and has like a totally different animation style.
So the first three are pretty like high quality CG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that first episode's brilliant, man. Like I want more of that first episode. Second episode a little bit more light-hearted at some points. It's dark comedy. It's like robots going to a post-apocalyptic world devoid of humans and trying to understand what human culture was like thousands of years later, and they're just like, oh, humans used to bounce these and that's how they would have fun. That was that was the
like
most
Wall-E.
Yeah, well, kind of, but in a very darker sense.
Okay.
Or I guess a more adult themed thing, and it was what they were referring to, like they pan out on the shot and it's just a basketball and they're in a school gym and they're like, hurry up and bounce this fucking ball. I need to know what humans found out of this. And it's just kind of piecing together things like that. It gets a little political in terms of what brought them there, but it's all done in fun. First episode's a lot darker. First episode felt like something out of, well, the whole, I feel like I've only seen 3, but the whole of it is like set in a cyberpunk setting. And the first episode is like underground biotic mech fights. So you have the pilot's brain put into, they're not robots, they are genetically modified monsters. And then they pit them against each other, and there's like sports betting involved and stuff like that.
Shit.
There's so much packed in that first episode. It's such an amazing pilot.
So like, yeah, so their brain is, they're just in that monster for the rest of it, or they can take the brain out and put it back into the pilot.
Yeah, it's essentially like remote control. And they use some sort of machinery to just like send brainwaves, transfer your brainwaves over to the monster to pilot it.
So Real Steel starring Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but with like Godzilla.
Monsters. Okay. That's cool.
Dude, the fight animation is ridiculous. Like, money went into this. A lot of money. The nipple detail is unnecessarily good.
Nice.
Hey.
That's really all I want in my fight scenes.
It makes no sense why someone would put that much money into. Well,
It's an art.
now that I'm saying it, sex sells, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Love, Death, and Robots. It's in the title.
Yeah. Again, only 3 episodes in, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. It's a cool show.
And the
Now, what's it on?
the episodes are relatively short. Right? It's on Netflix.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
12 to 15 minutes long. It does get a little too edgy at parts, but like it's so cool. It's I don't know. If you saw Prison School in high school, that's a bad comparison for Braxton.
You mean you'd be scarred for life and hate everything?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. That can definitely be an outcome, but it's interesting, and you should go give it a watch for sure.
For sure, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, if you were a biotic mech pilot, what would your monster look like?
I hope he didn't skip leg day. That's all I care about.
I won't care about the legs as long as I have wings and like talons. I want to be a bird.
What is this? What is this? Dragon Ball Z?
What are you even referring to?
Dragon Ball. I meant Dragon Ball Super. I'm sorry.
Legs and what?
He said talons and wings.
I'm still lost.
Isn't Universe 10 filled with animals?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well there we go. That's as good as it's gonna get for this joke. So
It was a more specific. It was a power tournament.
Dragon Ball Super in its entirety is a joke.
wow, hater alert.
Oh yeah, that's another one that's coming out in
It
July?
comes from a place of love. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
Dragon Ball Super is supposed to come back out in July. I think.
Oh, you mean the new season?
Yeah, new season.
Interesting. Are you sure it's not the card game anime that they're doing right now? The Generations or whatever it's called?
Oh shoot, I should have fact checked this.
Yeah, see, we need the Carfax.
Let's move on.
To
into-
tag. Wait, which tag is this?
Isn't the one with
Yeah, is this the
Wait, what do you mean,
That
which?
is- It's
what
an
do you mean, which?
extremely valid question. This is
Which tag? There's more than one?
we're literally about to go down the same path we went like episodes ago.
yeah.
The tag Matt's referring to is the one with the schoolgirls and the bus, and it gets sliced in half.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that
good
was the name
tag.
of the movie.
This is not that tag. This is
No.
this is tag
It's the one with Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, John Hamm, Hannibal Buress, Jeremy Renner, Andrew Bernard, Ed Helms, and oh god, who am I blanking out on right now?
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
oh god, New Girl guy.
The dude that was Spider-Man. He was Peter Parker. In,
Yeah.
Andrew
what's his
Andrew
name?
Golford?
Jake. No,
Gyllenhaal.
I forgot his name because I'm just
His
thinking of his name in New
name-
Girl. Nick.
Is Robert
Yeah,
Paulson.
I keep thinking. Oh god,
It's
I'm
Jake something.
thinking-
I know it is.
Jake
Oh, it's
Johnson.
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Johnson.
Got it.
Jake Johnson.
Jake Johnson. Braxton, shut the fuck.
This was your first time seeing it, though?
Yeah, wait, have you seen it already?
I have not seen it. I've only seen the good tag.
If you That's fair. Yeah. Can't say there's too many Japanese schoolgirls getting chopped up in this movie. In fact, there's 0.
All right, not watching it.
This is a fun movie. Like, it feels like this is where it feels like you remember all those comedies that came out in like the mid 2000s, just like those really ridiculous ones,
Wedding Crashers and
or
stuff.
even like
okay,
like
yeah,
Wedding Crashers, Dodgeball.
yeah.
Even like moving on later when they handed off the torch to like Pineapple Express and
Oh, like stoner comedies and stuff.
kind of. I mean, this has weed in it. I wouldn't necessarily call it stoner comedy. It has a lot of heart. There's a lot of wholesomeness to it. Little background for those that don't know. It is a group of 5 friends who. Well, this is based off a true story, but they take some creative liberties in making it appealing to a movie studio. Sure. So these 5 friends start a game of tag, and they are continuing to play it into their late 30s. But the only rules, well, there's a ton of rules, but the main thing is that they play every May for the entire month of May, no matter what city they're in, and it's a way for them to get back together.
So they all
And the
plan
main-
like a trip around it. They're like, oh, we're going here and we're gonna be playing tag.
Yeah. No, they don't even plan a trip around it. They plan trips for themselves because they have to go tag people. Well, the person that was it last year needs to go tag someone else. So they're like going through all these schemes. They're scheming ways to get the jump on someone.
So they don't even
So the-
know.
No.
Interesting.
They'll just show up one day. Yeah, it's a fun idea. And the first scene opens up with Ed Helms applying for a janitor job, and it's with Lil Rel. And Lil Rel's going through his resume like, so you have a PhD, blah, blah, blah. Why are you applying as a janitor here? And I was like, I just want to pursue my passions. But, he's using it as a ruse so he can get into John Hamm's company since he's the CEO, and go and give him a little touchy feely. And in the end, everyone gets touchy feely, including you.
Oh.
Well, if it makes you feel better, if we started a game of tag right now, I don't think I would stop being it forever. So
That's because you need to have more fun in your life, Braxton.
Oh, you're right. I was wrong the whole time. I'm sorry.
There we go. Super touchy feely now. We're learning.
Don't touch me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a good movie though, and it's out on HBO. if
Any
anyone
notable
else wants to-
Hannibal Buress jokes? Is he one of the friends, Hannibal Buress?
He is.
Okay, so he has a pretty decent role. Because I love Hannibal. I could just listen to him talk all day.
He's Hannibal Buress.
When I see Hannibal Buress, the one thing I don't think of is someone running to play tag with somebody else.
You would be
will just say.
surprised. He has other strengths. He's put his attributes towards intelligence and
Oh, he put all the sliders down
humor.
on strength and went straight to charisma and intelligence.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. And really bumped up the luck stat as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Had a couple No, I'm not going down that path. Yeah, go watch Go watch Tag. It's a fun movie. And then go watch Tag. It's a fun movie.
So, just last question on Tag. Did they ever work on formations to try and escape from Mom? Yeah, I was just trying to segue. Find a clever way to segue into Promised Neverland.
Boo.
I do have one more thing to say. I have one more thing to say about Tag. So whenever they have to, so the main premise is they have to tag Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner has never been tagged throughout like the entire 30 years they've played. So every time they're approaching a situation where they're going to tag Jeremy Renner, it goes like Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock, and everything slows down, and you get inside like the minds of everyone. And Jeremy Renner's just like, "Oh, John Hammond is approaching from my back. He thinks I'm unaware. Newsflash, I am aware." And then he just like karate flips someone to the ground. And there's a couple scenes like that, and it's fantastic.
Beautiful,
That's cute.
beautiful. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Well,
It's been out for a while.
It has kind of been under the radar in most of the circles I'm in.
All right, so that concludes Cine Matthew. Dun-dun-dun.
now we can move on to Chapter Black, and Matt can make all the bad jokes he wants.
Which one do we want to start with?
The worst one. Wait, are we
Ooh.
talking about your jokes or the shows?
I don't even know anymore. Promise Neverland.
What?
Hell yeah.
How is everyone caught up now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Matt, do you know the characters?
Yeah. Do you know their names now or?
Yeah. No, I do.
Okay.
I know all the main ones.
Well,
I don't
We
even
did-
know where to start. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to
I don't know where to
spoil
start.
anything.
I was gonna say I liked your use of bleeps the last episode. It was very hilarious. So if there needs,
And that concludes our discussion of The Promised Neverland. Thank you, everybody.
I guess what I want to say is, Emma is a beast.
Okay, we're going to get into spoilers right now. It's been 11 episodes, so you have your warning now. We are starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, this is Kristen, aka Tin. Just letting you know, you can skip to 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 54 seconds. You have been warned.
Okay,
Emma is a beast.
episode 11. Emma's a beast.
they
She
blew
has-
everything up. They blew it up.
They
They blew it all up.
Everything's on fire. This is not
Except for that-
fine.
Okay, so can we all say screw that kid? I hate that kid now. I hate him.
Oh,
Which kid?
The one at the
The
end?
kid tugging on mom's dress.
Why? Fuck them. Who
At the end.
cares?
Well, yeah. I now normally I would say that, but Emma is not going to say that.
Exactly.
No, it's too late.
Exactly.
No, she's beelining that U-turn.
Exactly.
Wait, did it end with her running back?
No, it didn't.
It
But
just
they're gonna
Yeah.
have to.
No, man. Come on. No.
She's not ditching anybody.
You know what I hate about this show? I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
No.
Every time an episode ends, I'm just like, they're not making it out. They're gonna die, and this is gonna be a sad ending, and we're gonna all move on with our lives and feeling some type of way like Devilman Crybaby.
I mean, they killed the brains of the operation, and now Emma's gonna risk her life for some dumb kid who's probably gonna die. And
Yeah, but like,
fuck.
they'd be jeopardizing everyone else if they go after this one kid. And
Yeah,
now that I say
exactly.
that, it's
You
just
know she's gonna
fucking
do it.
Emma. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was thinking
Now
that
you say
too.
the words out loud, you're like, damn it, Emma's absolutely gonna do this.
Yeah, it's just such a oh god.
But like, I
Dumb
want
kid.
Ray to be like, "Hey, remember when you saved me from that match? This is your match."
Hey, remember when you cut my fucking ear off? Holy shit, man!
Wait,
What
but
is
like,
this show?
did all the kids get their ear cut off? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
No,
It
I
was
think
just
it
Ray
was just
and
the
Emma.
diversion.
Yeah.
it was the diversion that they set up.
Wait, how many? Yeah, because they're the. I don't think mom cares about the rest of them because they're not old enough and they're not smart.
Yeah,
Like,
Ray and
like
Emma,
Emma
they're
and
the
them.
fucking A1 Wagyu of the
Yeah.
crop.
Oh, yeah.
They are absolutely, yeah.
Like, they are definitely going to be noticed when they're gone. So, God, I mean, if you were put in that situation, would you be able to cut your ear off?
Yeah.
I mean, it's either cut your ear off or die.
Or use that little device that...
I was
Oh,
about
no,
to
but they
ask,
needed...
How many charges does that thing have?
I don't... See, they could have used it. They didn't even use it once.
No,
What-
they didn't.
They needed the trackers to stay intact to be used as a diversion.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
they
right.
probably
They-
just used the thing on the
'cause she-
kids then.
Yeah, because she threw it in the fire. That's right. They needed that.
Oh, did they use it on the kids?
They probably used that
That
on the
would've made
kids. Like they
sense.
threw
I don't
Ray's
know.
ear in there with like all the bacon and all the.
Had
that
themselves
was
a
the
little
diversion.
barbecue.
Yeah, exactly.
a
It's like,
diversion,
this is
but
gonna
what
make it
about-
smell certain ways. Like it's gonna make it smell delicious.
But what about
in
the
there.
rest of the kids that are running? Because mom knows their mom can know their location for the
Don't
most
you
part.
think mom would have walked in and been like, "Why does Ray smell like Italian sausage? and bacon?" Why does he smell so good? Am I a monster?
Yeah, like when I first watched it and I saw them put it, I'm like, oh my god, they got so smart. But then I'm just like, wait, no, that's just gonna smell delicious.
But maybe
Man,
it got
Ray,
well.
you're
You
smelling
gotta
like
remember,
a-
it was doused. It was doused in lantern
Oh,
fluid,
that's
so
right,
maybe
gas- well-
It just smelled like charred burnt meat. the whole
Flash.
time.
Maybe it just smelled like a barbecue for the most part.
Or maybe burnt humans smell delicious.
I guess we'll have to figure that out.
I think I would taste like complete ass.
Well, yeah, with gasoline probably.
No, just in general. I think there's just way too much creatine and multivitamins.
Even if someone was to like slow
Yeah.
cook you, like Austin style.
There's no
Smoke.
tenderizing this meat. Way too dense.
Wait. So, but the important part, from what I heard, at least from what Mom said, she said as long as she can save the brain. So that is an important tidbit of information, at least to know.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm just talking about if like cannibals came in my house and were like, "Can we eat you?" And then I would just be like, "I don't think you'd want that. It's just too much sugar in these veins. The fat is not in the right place. Don't eat my butt. Please don't eat my butt."
Wait, but
This got really-
that'd probably be
this
the
got
most
really
delicious
sad.
part, huh?
Yeah, that's the only part I want to keep though. Don't eat my butt.
I'm gonna eat your butt.
Well, all I know is if they end season 1 on a fuck you cliffhanger, that's going to be awful.
Dude, they're going to end it on a fuck you cliffhanger.
I really want it to end on at least like some progress before
Okay.
Norman's
me up.
alive.
That would fuck me up. That would be a fuck you cliffhanger.
This is all speculation. I think they're going to execute the plan, right? They're going to make some sort of, I don't know if they're going to get out. They're going to make a large stride towards freedom. And then at the very end, it's going to pan over and Mom's on top of the wall. And it's just like those hard camera cuts. And she has crazy eyes. And that's where it's going to end.
And then she turns into a titan, and then they gotta fight. Oh, it's crazy.
And then it segues
And then
into
she
Attack on
breaks the
Titan.
wall.
Yeah, and then we
They're
discover the
actually
wall
in
is
wall
all the
rows.
other kids that died.
Ooh. What a
Connie
twist.
comes back as a titan.
Promised Attack on Titan Neverland.
Oh man, that was such a big. The best part was that fuck you moment of like, yeah, we know where you keep the radio, so we're gonna fill your keyhole with poop.
Yeah, what the hell was even that? Was it clay? Was it like Play-Doh? What the hell?
No, I
was
thought
it?
they
I don't
had
think it
an
matters,
additional
whatever.
key, and they just broke it in there.
Oh, that might have been no. Well, if
And then they
when
Play-Doh'd
zoomed in,
it.
it looked like there was some sort of
It did
like,
look
what
more
was it?
Play-Doh,
gray, yeah.
but
Some
I was
gray
just
or
like,
cement
what did
or
they do with
something.
the other key? Because they had an additional key.
I thought they just had the mold.
Oh, is that what that was?
I thought it was a mold, and then they put like the clay
No,
or
they
the Play-Doh or
just-
something.
Norman opened up the drawer and there was 2 keys.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they went to though. That kind of like took me a second to understand.
Yeah, because I remember Sister Crone had another key to something, and I just figured it was to the secret room so they could reach headquarters. And then they must have put something else in there as well.
What if they get to the gate and Norman's there and he's like, "You got to go back."
Oh my god, that would that actually be
that would fuck me up.
amazing.
Yeah, because we
That
don't
would
know if
fuck
he
me
died
up.
for sure, because we don't know if Connie had to go into that room before she got flower stabbed.
I like how you can remember the first character that like the most insignificant piece of shit character, but you
She was
cannot
not
differentiate between
insignificant.
Sister Crone and Mother Isabel.
I can now.
Do you know what this show really is? This show is Battle Royale, the movie, mixed with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? That's what this show is.
Matt's actually just been watching the first season of Naruto this whole time. He's been tricking us.
And I've actually just been watching Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, hosted by Jeff Foxworthy. I'm excited to see how this ends, man.
The kids are trying to escape the walls of Konoha for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
The what?
It's the
Hidden Leaf Village.
Hidden Leaf
Oh.
Village.
Matt's not a Naruto guy.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
I know.
Dude,
Not
that
yet.
is- you-
That's
you're-
like
oh my
500
God.
episodes.
If you binge it the way you binge other shows, I worry for your health.
Yeah, you won't make it, dog.
Matt's gonna walk into his room on like a Friday night, and then like 3 weeks later, he's gonna come out like just ribs, and
We're gonna get to episode like 30 of the podcast, and it'll be like, damn, did you see that Rock Lee fight?
Matt's gonna be coming out of his room looking like fucking Nagato.
I'm gonna look like Sister Crone, like her eyes, whenever she was like super excited about something. She's like, guys, I'm really.
Matt's gonna come out looking like Sister Crone, thick booty in a maid's dress.
That's usually how I come out of my room, anyways. Say what's up to Ray. It's like, what do you want me to do, brother?
Oh, hey, actually, I didn't see you pan the camera down. You're actually wearing the maid outfit right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna curl this eventually once it gets longer.
Beautiful.
But I firmly believe that Norman is alive.
Okay, so my
nice.
ending is the kids make it to the wall above the gate, and then the last scene is mom just made her way up the wall, about to just mad dash it towards them. Cut. Braxton's is wait, what's the real ending? The only one that's coming to mind is that mom turns into the colossal titan and breaks the wall.
Mine was Norman is there when they get to like the hallway where the cars were, and tells them they have to go back, and then they have to fight Norman to get out.
Okay, and then Matt's is likewise.
Exactly.
So
Yes. Okay.
but sounds good. That I don't know if this is this going to be the end of our spoilers discussion.
Yeah, we'll end it here, but this is all going to be done in post, so now we are back to Virgin Eyes and Ears, Promised Neverland.
It's a good show. I love it.
Yeah. I really like how these kids are
Bleep bleepity
so
bleep
woke.
bleep.
These kids are
Nice.
so woke.
Hell yeah.
And none of them are older than 12, except for Ray, because it was his birthday.
Yes. And, they celebrate birthdays very nicely and wholesome in Promised Neverland, and you get a cake, and you get adopted. Happy ending. Yay.
Like, I wonder if the food even tastes good for the kids.
Oh no, it's supposed to be phenomenal.
I think it tastes fantastic.
Oh, yeah, because the kids are supposed to be, like, happy and...
Ah!
And we're moving straight on to Mob Psycho.
Into another almost ending season.
Jesus Christ.
We won't get it. We don't need to get into spoilers for this to talk about it.
But-
Those fights in the last 2 episodes are just... It's just Sakuga on steroids. It's visually amazing. It brings tears to my eyes how good everything is in the show.
How do you say his name again? Shimazaki? The blind man?
I don't know. He's Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly. Transporting.
He's like Daredevil, except he's not a pussy.
And he can
Shots
teleport from like place to place and read his opponent's moves.
So, Braxton, since you don't know too much about
Well, I know
Psycho.
about the blind guy because I saw that fight scene.
Yeah, but he was only in that.
That's what I like and don't like about like Instagram videos and such, where they just clip fight scenes of that, and then you feel like you've seen what the show has to offer to you, and like that's not even the best part of Mob Psycho.
No,
The fights are like the cherry on top.
Because like that was a very.
I mean,
small
I'm sure
part
everything
of
you've
Mob
said
Psycho
is true,
this season.
but that's how I know who he is.
Because a lot of this season revolves around Mob and his transformation from, well, I guess not necessarily the transformation, but just like more of his growth. Cause
I would call it a transformation.
well, cause like the way that Mob explains it, he makes it seem like he knew this whole time that like he always had like so much power and that he never wanted to go out of control. He never wanted to be this bad person. Cause like he even admitted that he knew Reagan was not a psychic when he met him, but he just believed that he was a genuinely good person.
Yeah, and I think that's what the transformation consists of. It's just that self-awareness.
But was he always self-aware?
It wouldn't surprise me, but his self-awareness has helped him transform himself, like, from a personality standpoint, and turn into a social butterfly, and inspire others from his his hard work.
Yeah, he is.
And he
beast.
fucking kicks ass
He's
so
a
hard and
beast.
oh my god.
I'm excited for a fight between him and the leader of Claw.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been checking Crunchyroll and like swiping down to refresh ever since Thursday night, maybe like 8 times a day.
Did you?
And then
Oh,
when
so you
it
didn't
did-
watch
it
episode
didn't-
12?
Where is it? When did it come out? I was literally
It should have came out
on-
already.
It came
I
out
saw
today.
on
It came
Twitter.
out this morning.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
Monday mornings. Okay.
Yeah,
it
but-
was like 11 o'clock at night, and I almost cried myself to sleep. It still wasn't there, and I was ready.
They added
ready.
another episode because it was supposed to only be 12 episodes. But then episode 13 isn't coming out until April 10th.
There's 13 episodes.
Oh man, April's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that falls into the whole spring anime discussion too. That's fine.
So I'm excited for it. Mob is a beast. I love that he just essentially just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He just doing it for the people.
Yeah, I'm happy there was that character development because you can only take a character so long into kind of just being like so nonchalant and only it's like every time this happened before he was reacting to what's
Mhm.
been going on.
Yeah.
And I know he's reacting now, but it feels like he's actually taking responsibility,
Yeah, he's
Or
like super
taking
wise.
action.
He's like all of a sudden became super wise, and he just like knows everything now.
He snapped. He's done with all the bullshit.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously the animation is always beautiful, especially I forgot the Esper's name that puts all of the monsters in like those little vials.
I forgot he was even in the first season.
Oh yeah, I mean because like it was just like those last 2 episodes where he was in it.
I don't know, it's kind of weird how they pack everything into like the last couple episodes in terms of
Action.
the drastic story development,
Yeah.
but all that just melts away and you forget about it once it starts happening and you're just like, holy shit. This is the real shit finally happening, and I wasn't even asking for it, but it's here and I can't get it to get off my couch because it's 4 a.m. and I want to go to bed. But they're welcome. They're welcome to stay.
But yeah, it really is. It's been beautiful watching just like how in depth they went into Mom's mind and essentially his psyche.
Yeah, they even explored that with like that episode where he was essentially fighting himself on a path gone wrong. That was dark on its own.
Oh my gosh.
This season's just been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like Mob had like a acid trip and he just like figured out the meaning of life. Just had he had like a revelation.
We just all need to hit that emotional breaking point in our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were gonna say we all need to hit that emotional bong in our lives, and I was like, damn, this show is deep.
I have no emo bongs.
Well, yeah, with that attitude.
With that wallet.
Well, yeah, that too.
Have you guys been watching anything else in the Japanimation world?
Psyche K season 3 came out. Not the whole
did
season
it?
3.
Oh, dang it.
Wait,
I
what?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
On Netflix,
What?
there's just like 3-4 episodes out. I think they're doing it weekly.
Did they
Oh,
dub
I need
season
to-
2 then?
I did
Bet.
not check.
Dude, I kind of hate how they came out with that without the dub, because that's actually a really well done dub show.
It is a really well done dub show.
Yeah, I've heard a
The
couple of
jokes are
lines of the dub.
better when you don't have to fucking read out the punchline.
Especially with that anime where there's so much dialogue. Because it's just all his head. It's everything
Yeah.
he's talking
I
about.
think I'm already too used to the Japanese cast, so I think I'll stick with the sub. But I've heard a couple scenes from the dub that were pretty funny still. So.
Season 3 is super interesting so far. It's from the 3 episodes. It goes more in depth in his like rivalry with his brother, and
Ooh.
this is kind of a spoiler, but you hear him talk actually for the first time, like move his mouth.
Wait, what? He's talked before.
No,
No, I don't know. Yeah,
he's never talked
What?
because he
He's
opens
never
his mouth
talked
and says a
once.
word. He like finally acknowledges like, "You guys are my friends," and then like, I think Nendo's just like, "Has he ever said a word before?"
Wait, so that basically just breaks everything from before that point where I thought he was talking to people telepathically, but he just wasn't saying anything.
No, he was talking to
Yeah.
people telepathically, apparently. Because, like,
Was
Well,
he?
It's kind of like what is
Or was
it?
he just talking to himself?
I
No,
don't
it's kind
know.
of like Stewie from Family Guy, right? Like some people understand Stewie, but other people don't. But like the story still continues regardless. So I kind of think of it like that
Because, like, his
I
parents.
really
his
hate how
parents
you just compared that to Family Guy, but I'll let it slide.
because it makes sense.
His parents definitely,
Nah.
definitely heard him. So I think he was, like, low key talking to people telepathically.
Well,
I know he talks to his parents telepathically, but like, does he talk to his friends?
he rarely like. There's no, he definitely telepathically talks to the other psychics.
Oh, yeah,
That's
definitely.
that's a fact.
Definitely.
But like Nendo, no, Taru, what the blue hair
Teruhashi.
goddess girl? Teruhashi. I don't think he talks to her at all. Like, there's just a lot of characters he just doesn't talk to, but he does talk to the psychics.
Yeah, so it was interesting, like, hearing him actually talk and everyone, like, freaked out. It's going on an interesting path. Because, like, I guess in season 1, season 2, each episode was kind of just, like, it was more of, like, an anthology because nothing really, like, you know, really stayed except for Teruhashi's love for him.
It wasn't anthology. It was just episodic.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them, and sometimes they would go into like longer ones, but it was mostly episodic.
Yeah.
There's only a few animes that I can take being episodic. Essentially anything. I hate how I can't remember his name, but essentially anything that the Cowboy Bebop guy. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna. Have
You
to
mean
look this up.
Bone Studio? I don't remember his name. No, but I mean, why would you remember it? It is Japanese, and it's not our native language. So.
Because I love that show and I have an unhealthy identification with those works. So Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, all like there's long form storytelling in there, but episodic. That's the episodic shit I could take. Psyche K falls into that too. And then yeah, I mean I can't really think of any other episodic animes now that I think about it. I was gonna say Epic Mealtime. What am I thinking of?
It's mealtime.
Pop Team Epic.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, I
yeah,
need to watch more
that's
of those.
definitely one.
Those are so funny. Wait, so I still get so confused for Pop Team Epic. Like, it always starts with, like, this guy, and then he's, like, he meets up with this girl, but then all of a sudden it moves into, like, the, like, different animation. Is that part of it, or is my Crunchyroll just freaking out?
I guess every episode's different. So I don't know.
Because it always starts with
There
this
is-
guy, and he's like just like this normal guy, and he wakes up, and then this girl shows up at his place, and then all of a sudden, like, it moves into like the goofy animation.
Oh, that's the pilot. Yeah, it's a joke.
Okay, because they did it in the next couple episodes too.
Yeah, it's a joke pilot, and they keep the story going every end of the episode.
Okay.
Oh, and guy I'm talking about, Shinichiro Watanabe. There you go. Okay, thank you for all your work, Sam. So I had to put in there. Sorry.
Well, I mean, that sounds good. I guess we can wrap
Chapter
that
Black.
up and go straight into the Rex.
So Braxton,
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto Speed Run with a
Yes.
twist. I have
Yes.
not heard of this DLC. Please explain.
Okay. But basically, yeah, this YouTuber has so on Twitch, obviously people subscribe to people and donate and yada yada yada. but you can create like your own quote unquote currency that you can award to your subs for doing stuff. And so this guy basically is running GTA San Andreas, and he's trying to speed run it. But while he's speed running it, all of his viewers, if they have any of the currency that he's created for this run, they can look at a list of every cheat code in San Andreas and type it into the chat at any time to try to either help his speed run, fuck his speed run, do whatever. And it's really hilarious. I think within the first, because one of the cheats in there is just instant death. So he could be in the middle of a mission and someone puts that cheat code and he's dead. But I think the first 3 missions, he starts off with flying cars, a jetpack. I think they give him maximum stamina and maximum ammo at the start of it. But then sometimes they just pop in monster trucks or a helicopter flies out of the sky and blocks his path and stuff. It gets really intense. So that is my recommendation. It's a really funny concept. And it's, the technical know-how behind it to get it to even operate, I wouldn't have any idea.
How does he? That's crazy to me. Speed runs just goes through the missions.
Yeah, so he's going about it like a regular speed runs because he knows all the strats for it. But literally on the way, all the cars could turn invisible immediately, and then they all have low gravity, and then eventually he gets fat for some reason, and
that's what I was gonna ask, if they put the fat cheat in there too.
Yeah, I mean, literally every he might have the full list of cheats on his YouTube channel, but yeah, I mean, you could literally find a cheat for anything, and it summons any vehicle, and obviously some of the more obnoxious cheats he's gonna make more expensive, but it's a good time. It's about an hour long though, so watch it in bits and in chunks if you're really into it.
Or all together if you're strong enough.
Yeah, that too.
Damn, beats it in an hour?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think that was his second time running it.
Speedrunners they make my brain break.
They just memorize
not only
that.
Are you playing a game long enough to know the ins and outs and where to essentially break the game to take shortcuts, but the fact that they probably have thousands of hours in these games just breaks my mind, because more power to them if they're having fun doing it, but at what point does it become a chore and then you just continue doing it because you know that you're one of the best at it and you have to shave off seconds
of
a perfect executed run.
You say that, but I think this week or last week, a guy beat every Souls and Bloodborne game without taking one hit of damage.
That's
in a row. And he said if he got hit during any part of the run, he would start all the way to the beginning of Dark Souls 1.
No,
that's
my
just
God.
That's self harm.
Or he's just a genius. He's a prodigy.
Geniuses sometimes commit self-harm. Look at Vincent Van Gogh. Man cut his ear off so he could escape. Oh shit! I mean, damn
it, that was good.
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
That's a big old bleep right there.
Damn it! I'm tired.
It's it's 7:30 over there.
Yeah, what are you tired about?
I told you, I've work shit.
For sure.
Just work shit. Work shit. My bones are old. My knee cracks whenever I get up off the toilet. Things are setting in. So I'm not dropping. This is not the Let's Fight a Boss podcast. I'm wrecking. Go watch this video on the YouTubes. It is the One Punch Man Season 2 trailer. So you can live in the despair that I live in when I place my eyes upon the screen to watch this. That's all I gotta say about it. I've expressed my frustrations earlier. And then Matt with the surprise rec. Once again, 4 weeks counting. What do you have for us? Not even I know.
Was it UNC?
The surprise
UFC?
rec is a artist from Australia.
What does he paint?
He is a music
Aw.
artist, and it is Flume, and he released a mixtape called "Hi, This Is Flume."
Whoa! Flume's Australian?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Continue.
And he also came out with a music video for the whole mixtape, and it is marvelous. It fits with the music completely. There's a lot of weird stuff in it, a lot of trippy visuals, and it was just really well done. And I've listened to the album multiple times, and it's just beautiful. So I would go ahead and give it a check out. And that's all I'll say about it. It's a beaut.
Cool beans.
And we would like to hear from you, the listener. You can ask us anything. This is an AMA that happens once a month, hopefully. And we strongly desire to answer your questions, no matter what they may be.
And once again, for all the video watchers, all the relevant links are in the video. Gmail, Twitter, SoundCloud, and iTunes. So those will all be up on front of the screen.
And if you don't have a Twitter, or you're not listening to this on a YouTube, you can email us at neatboyspodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on SoundCloud at Neatboyspodcast. You can follow us on YouTube at Neatboyspodcast. You can follow us at MySpace at your friend. Oh God, who's the never mind. That joke
Tom.
fucking failed so hard. Thank you, Tom. That's
All right,
our
the joke is saved.
MySpace Neat Boys account. Matt, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Do we have any questions? Nope, still no questions. Episode 15. Here we are.
The question will come soon.
The question is, why do you expect questions?
I expect questions because, if you want to get to know a little bit more about us, or not, or just throw us a hypothetical, or ask us
What our quirks are.
We are not diving back into that pool.
So my quirk. Okay.
We can give you tax advice from a non-credible standpoint, though.
Yikes. Yeah, what not to do?
Yeah,
Yes.
not tax advice.
If you're
more.
looking for your one-way ticket to prison, you can contact us at neatboyspodcast@gmail.com.
We'll have a new
And
segment.
Rob will respond to that email on his phone.
Rob's restroom tax returns. And we'll see y'all later. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.